Good evening, YouTube. This is Bama Mobs doing a little walk here in Atlanta, Georgia. Come along with me. Before we get started, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and we're just gonna have a good time here. We're gonna do a little ad-lib, a little talk, and we'll go from there. I already did a video on that place over there, Centennial Park, the Omni, the Aquarium, Coca-Cola. Go look at that video. It's really right before this one on this date, which is April 20-something, 2025. And again, this is where it happened, the 1996 Summer Olympics. And that was a great Olympics here in Georgia. That's where we had the Olympic Stadium that later turned into Ted Turner Field, which is now the home field for Georgia State University football and probably some high school games too. But what we're gonna do now, we're gonna take some back roads back to the hotel, and that'll be the surprise at the end, to see what hotel that we're going to here in downtown Atlanta. Briefly, I don't know if this helps you or not, but straight ahead that we're looking, let me zoom in this a little bit. That's the Hilton Garden Inn, which is right across from the Georgia Aquarium. Right beside that is the NBCC Suites. Way back over here, which is just on the other side of the Georgia Aquarium, is a Fairfield Suites by Marriott. So you got plenty of options about where you're going to stay. I get that adjusted back right? I don't know, man. Let's just walk. And I hate going like the same routes all the time. Like when you're walking through the city, you got to, live a little, man. You got to have some adventure. But do it smart. And I want to talk about that right now. If you're in a new city, now there's nothing wrong with YouTubing because everybody YouTubes. So I'm holding this phone, really just freehand. I don't have nothing strapped to my chest or anything. So it's not that obvious. But when you're in a city like this, I always definitely, if I'm going out for a hike or a walk, I dress down, man. And what does that mean? Well, you got to be smart. You don't want to be walking around, with your Citizen watch, with the bright, shiny wristband, with your Lacoste polo and Puma, pure white tennis shoes on, and you get the drift. So typically when I go out, like right now, I just got on a basic t-shirt that's probably a little bit tight for me. I am wearing khaki shorts, which I would be better wearing, like some, what'd you call those soccer shorts back in the day? Umbros? Yeah. If I was wearing some pink Umbros with the shirt that I got on, and my shoes are not clean, man. My shoes are really in the dirty stage, so that's where those are. I'll show you up the street there. There we go. Yeah, so here, let's check out the shoes. All right, so I'm wearing these, but my problem is they're Brooks. So Brooks is a little bit more high-end shoe. What's this? Oh, that's the Children's Museum. Okay. That's one thing I didn't take my kids to when I was here. So that's the Centennial Park there. And way over there, that's the tower of the Omni Hotel. So where are we at? We're at the corner of Centennial Olympic Park and Baker Street. That's where we're at. So now we're gonna walk up this hill. That's what we're gonna do. This is one way, so I don't have to worry about people running me over yet. Keep your head on a swivel, man, about these cars around here. But yeah, if you want to get out, don't flash your cash. I know that's an old term, and a lot of y'all don't even know what cash is, but yeah, don't be flashing your cash. Your wallet, I'd probably even leave that at the hotel room. Maybe have your driver's license on you at least. A little bit of cash, or maybe just your card, debit card on you. And then just keep your head down. They'll be looking up at all the buildings, saying, oh man, that building is so high. That's dead giveaway, man. You got tourists written all over you. Just don't do it. Now, one thing about here in Atlanta that's deceptive, you might not be able to tell it right now, but I'm going up a significant grade from Centennial Park back up here to the street. I'm slightly breathless. Once I get up here, I'll turn back around. Now once you get up from the park, it does level out again. But just be aware of that. So when you come here, it's not like all flat. You'll be scooting around town. I might have to stop right now. Shoot. And that's where I came from. That big blue thing over there, that's the aquarium. All right, moving on up. All right, now we're here at America's Mart, Atlanta. I can't even talk, man. I'm breathless. So this is America's Mart, Atlanta. There's a Loft Hotel, there's the W Hotel. Down that way is Midtown Atlanta. And here we go. All right. Now America's Mart, I never really knew what they do in here. Comment below if you really know. What I've heard is that, you know, like people has their own personal stores, boutiques, stuff like that. They can come over here and buy a product to stock their stores with. Novelties, clothing, costume jewelry, you know, all that type of stuff. So you can go over here, maybe hook up with a supplier, and just go from there. All right, the next street coming up, I do not think it's Peachtree yet. But look, you know, we got a lot of parking here. You can park pretty much anywhere you want to. Just the cost of it. This trip, here, listen to this, guys. This is gonna freak you out. Now, I'm in downtown Atlanta. I mean, we're in the heart of it all. That's the reason I'm able to do these videos for you. Oh yeah, while I'm talking about that, again, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, helps me out. But how I'm able to do these videos is that, yeah, I'm staying right here in downtown Atlanta. That's an expense by itself. Thank goodness there's nothing going on tonight. Downtown anyway. There's no basketball game. Now the Braves are playing St. Louis. That's out on the perimeter. That's at the Battery. They got the Omni at the Battery. They have a Sheraton Suites out there. Cumberland Mall's there. There's a Marriott Fairfield Inn. That's out there too. Oh man, check this out. Ted Turner Drive. Yeah, baby. You can't erase him. Ted Turner ain't going nowhere, baby. Owner, Chief Executive Officer, and President of TBS, Turner Broadcast Systems. I know it's no more, but it's fun to try to hang on to it. You always try to hang on to stuff. That's one thing I didn't get into my last video that I'm going to get into now. Last video I showed you how much had changed at the CNN Center. Number one, CNN headquarters has moved. Number two, there's certainly no more studio tours. And number three, the area is just slightly dead. You know, it's still alive because of Georgia Aquarium. Georgia Aquarium is the only thing that's keeping Centennial Park alive. And then summertime, when it's like 1,000 degrees outside, everybody goes to Centennial Park in the city, just walk around a splash pad. But back to things going away. As you get older, things get taken away. What was that movie? Who was in that? I forgot. Any Given Sunday. Al Pacino. Man, I see his face, I just can't name him. But I remember he was giving a speech to the football players. And he's just talking about, like, the older you get, the more things get taken away from you. They just get taken. And it's like that for me, man. Mom, Dad, I'm in my 50s now. Mom, Dad, the high school I went to, has been torn down completely, and they built a new structure on that. Yes, this tourist thing, the CNN Center, that's no more. Underground Atlanta that we used to come to, that was awesome, that's no more. There's just a lot of things that have been taken away, and it does get a little bit depressing as you get older, but I'm not the only one to go through that. All of you went through it too. My mom and dad went through it, so on and so forth. Trying to think of other sites around the southeast I've been to, and just like total facelift. I'll tell you one thing that's still the same is Bourbon Street. That hasn't changed any. Yeah, New Orleans is still New Orleans, hurricane or not. But anyway, you sort of get the drift. All right, now we're coming up. So we just left Ted Turner Street, and we're coming up to Peachtree Street. Got another historic looking hotel here. Don't know what the name of this one is. We'll figure it out. That's pretty cool architecture though, ain't it? And here we are at Peachtree. So I'm gonna take a left. And this way would be Midtown on Peachtree. I mean, not immediately. I mean, you have to keep on going. So I'm gonna go down here to the end, then we'll turn around and walk back. So this is Peachtree, the famous, the real one. I'll give you the exact, I think it's Peachtree Southwest. So I'll give you the real numbers on that. So there's the Hyatt Regency, Atlanta, Georgia. Now right here, long time ago. Yeah, where this is right here now. This was the All-Star Cafe. Now you're probably asking me, you're like, what do you mean the All-Star Cafe? Actually, I don't think this was it. I think it was down here. So this is the American Cancer Society building. So it's either there or down here where this wine bar is. So the All-Star Cafe was a spin-off, or a copy, I should say, of Planet Hollywood. Yeah, back in the late 80s, early 90s, movie stars got together and they came up with an idea for a restaurant, a themed restaurant called Planet Hollywood. And it went over okay. I think Bruce Willis was in on it, Arnold Schwarzenegger, maybe some other people that I don't know about. There's some arches right there. I don't know what all that is about. I'm not going to go over there either, because this is limits for me, guys. Yeah, once you're at this end of the Peachtree, it's time to turn around, unless you're a true local. I don't care if you got dirty tennis shoes or not. Don't be walking at underground Atlanta either. If you're walking to underground Atlanta, it better be high noon with plenty of daylight. Just letting you know. So moving on up Peachtree, a little bit of a grade here too. Back to Planet Hollywood. So you had a All-Star Cafe, which is, you imagine, sports guys. And what it was is I was watching, there was an NBA weekly show on NBC. Ahmad Rashad was the host. Summer Sanders, who was an Olympic swimmer, she co-hosted. She did a lot of the personal pieces of the NBA players. But it was a pretty good show. It came on Saturdays, probably lasted about 30 minutes. Lasted about 30 minutes. And when they announced, they said next weekend, down Dan O'Brien will be at the All-Star Cafe in Atlanta, Georgia at so-and-so o'clock. And so I wrote that down real quick on a piece of paper, and we came over here. I had my book. It was a workout book that Dan O'Brien authored, and got him to sign it, you know, at that point. Here's that same building we was at a minute ago. So Dan O'Brien, you know, he signed it, and it was pretty cool. Got to meet him. I don't know if he was really used to doing meet and greets, because it's sort of weird. I mean, after he signed it, you know, he was like, great, and you know, I was trying to ask him a question or two. I mean, he was okay. I mean, he wasn't rude at all, but I just got the feeling that he just had signed a lot of autographs. Now, if you remember, there was a promotion by Reebok back in the, whenever that Olympics was, you know, for probably early 90s. So it was Dave and Dan, and had to get past some people, guys. Sorry about that. So it's called Dave and Dan. What's this? That's pretty cool. That's a MARTA station over there. And Dan O'Brien, he was like supposed to be like in contention for the gold medal, so on and so forth. And guess what? He did not make it through the trials. So he did not make it through the Olympic trials. He was in third place. Yeah, so he did not make it through the Olympic trials. And it was just, yeah, it was embarrassing. The next Olympics, he did make it. And he put out the book and so on and so forth. Sorry, guys, I'm getting a little bit breathless here, man. I think that first hill took it out of me. Anyway, again, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. I think I broke out in a sweat for y'all. So we're here at the Hard Rock Cafe, Atlanta, Georgia. Now I'll say this about Hard Rock. Now, we talked about Planet Hollywood, the All-Star Cafe that was back at the other end. All-Star Cafe probably lasted a year and a half, maybe 2 years. There was a cafe for models too. I forgot what they named it. The Model Cafe? I don't know. But this Hard Rock, man, they have survived. This has been here. When it opened, it has never closed. So this probably opened in late 80s, early 90s, and has never closed. I remember, hey, when I was in school, you know, kids would go traveling and stuff, and they come back, have a Hard Rock Cafe t-shirt. I was like, oh man, that's so cool. All right, there's the Hooters right across the street. So this is, let's get the exact name here for you. That's Hard Rock Cafe, you got Hooters. Yeah, so this is Peachtree Street, period. No southwest, nor northwest, nothing else. So this is Peachtree Street, and that is Andrew Young International. So we're at the corner of that. And what hotel are we staying at? Yep, the Westin. And I'll show you that back over here. So we are staying at the Westin Hotel in Atlanta, Georgia. And I think at the very top is the Sundial Restaurant. And so that's 73 floors. I think we're on number 63. That's where we're at. All right, guys, going to wrap up the video. I enjoyed y'all walking with me. Thanks for sharing. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. This is Bama Mobs out. Follow my fitness videos. May put one of those out later tonight. See y'all later.